Before a wedding ring touches your hand, it must first rest in your heart. If you can carry the feeling of being loved, chosen, and cherished within, the world has no choice but to bring it to your doorstep. There is a law so simple, yet so powerful, that it has the ability to transform your entire life. That law says this: what you hold in your heart becomes what you hold in your hands. If you desire marriage, if you desire union, if you long to be chosen, the secret is not to beg the world, not to chase after people, not to wait in worry. The secret is to act married in your heart first. And soon the outer world will bow to the image you carry inside. You see, everything begins inwardly. Every invention, every creation, every achievement you see in the world first began as an invisible seed of thought and feeling. The house you live in was once only an idea in the mind of an architect. The clothes you wear were once only designs drawn in silence. The life you live now is only the reflection of what you once believed within yourself. If this is true for ordinary things, how much more true is it for the most sacred bond of all, marriage? Marriage is not only a physical event, it is first a state of being. Before vows are spoken at the altar, vows are whispered in the heart. Before rings are exchanged in the hands, a union is felt inwardly. When you carry the identity of a beloved, the world will mirror it back to you. But when you walk through life rehearsing loneliness, feeling unchosen, and affirming rejection, the world only amplifies that state. Life is not unfair. It is simply faithful to reflect the image you insist on carrying. So the first step is not waiting for someone to appear. The first step is declaring within, I am already chosen. It is to feel the warmth of belonging, to sense the joy of companionship, to wear the energy of being loved even before another person enters the picture. It may feel unusual at first, because your mind has been trained to believe, I will be happy when. But the higher truth is, I am happy now, and happiness draws the one who belongs to me. Think of it like this: your heart is a magnet. Whatever emotion it constantly radiates will attract experiences that match it. If you keep sending out signals of longing, you will attract more longing. If you keep affirming absence, you will attract more absence. But if you radiate the certainty of belonging, life will find ways to prove you right. Acting married in your heart is not about pretending. It's about aligning your energy with the reality you desire. Picture this for a moment. You walk into your home, and though there is only one chair occupied, you imagine another seat always filled. You rest in bed at night, and though only one side is warm, you feel the presence of a hand beside yours. You cook a meal, and picture 2 plates on the table. These small inner acts are not fantasies. They are rehearsals of reality. Every time you feel this inwardly, you are planting seeds in the soil of your subconscious. And like all seeds, if you water them daily with belief, they must eventually break through the ground of your life. Do not underestimate the power of feeling. Words spoken without feeling are like seeds thrown on stone. They cannot grow. But a single emotion felt deeply is like planting a seed in rich soil. The heart is the true place of manifestation. When you act married in your heart, when you feel it in your emotions as if it were already real, your subconscious takes it as truth. And once your subconscious accepts it, the outer world must rearrange itself to fulfill it. This is why you must guard your heart. Do not allow it to be filled with images of rejection, abandonment, or bitterness. If you constantly dwell on heartbreak, you are planting weeds where you should be planting roses. Replace those pictures with visions of being cherished. Replace those stories of betrayal with stories of devotion. Replace every I am alone with I am chosen. The heart is a garden. Whatever you allow to grow within will one day bloom outside. Some will ask, but isn't this just pretending? No, pretending is shallow because it lacks belief. Acting married in your heart is not pretending. It is preparing. No bride stands at the altar and says, this is fake. She prepared for that moment long before the day arrived. No groom walks to his vows without having already committed within. So too, when you act married in your heart, you are preparing yourself for what is certain to come. And let me remind you, you do not need to chase anyone. The right person, The one who resonates with the vibration of your heart will be drawn to you. Desperation repels. Certainty attracts. When you know you are already loved within, you no longer beg for it. Without your calm assurance, your quiet confidence, your radiant peace, these become irresistible. Acting married in your heart is the highest form of magnetism. But here's the key. Persistence. Many begin with excitement, but give up when results take time. They rehearse love for a week, then slip back into loneliness. They water the seed one day, then starve it the next. You cannot create that way. Marriage, like all manifestations, requires persistence. You must live in the feeling of being married until it becomes second nature. Even if the outer world contradicts you, hold the inner image. Even if nothing changes for weeks, continue believing. Because once the seed is planted, birth is inevitable if you do not uproot it with doubt. Life is like a stage. The role you assume in your heart is the role you will play in the world. If you cast yourself as unwanted, the scenes of your life will echo abandonment. But if you cast yourself as chosen, the play will soon include a partner who fulfills that role. The world is faithful to the script you hold inside. So what role are you rehearsing daily? The forgotten or the beloved? The rejected or the chosen? Choose carefully, because life never denies the role you insist upon. And remember, your imagination is not an illusion. It is creation in its earliest form. Everything you see today was once invisible yesterday. The same is true of marriage. It exists already in the unseen. By acting married in your heart, you are aligning yourself with the vibration where that union already exists. You are not creating it out of nothing. You are tuning yourself to the frequency where it is waiting. So what must you do today? Begin to carry yourself differently. Walk with the dignity of someone already chosen. Speak with the assurance of someone already loved. Smile with the glow of someone who belongs. When you wake up, imagine a good morning whispered beside you. When you fall asleep, feel the comfort of companionship. Throughout the day, hold conversations in your heart, as if your partner is already with you. These small inner shifts create powerful outer changes. One day, without warning, you will look around and realize that the invisible has become visible. The chair once imagined is now filled. The hand once felt in silence is now holding yours. The whispers you rehearsed in your heart are now spoken aloud by the one standing before you. And in that moment, you will understand that you were never waiting for marriage. It was waiting for you to claim it in your heart all along. So act married in your heart, and marriage will follow. Do not wait for life to prove it before you believe it. Believe it now, feel it now, live it now, for what you accept in your heart today will become the reality you walk in tomorrow. The altar is not out there. It is here within you. Stand before it daily. Make your vows in silence. Carry your ring in your heart, and soon life will give you the ceremony your soul already knows is real. What you carry in your heart today will soon appear in your life tomorrow. For the heart is the womb of all creation. Every thought mixed with deep emotion is a seed planted in the soil of your destiny. You may not see it immediately, but beneath the surface, it is growing stronger each day. The pictures you hold within will always seek expression without. If you rehearse loneliness, you will find yourself surrounded by silence. If you rehearse love, the world will echo with companionship. Nothing is ever wasted in the inner world. Every image has its appointed hour. Life is faithful, never failing to mirror the posture of the heart. If you want marriage, then claim it inwardly, live it inwardly, and feel it inwardly. Soon the outer world will rise to meet the truth you already embraced. You are never waiting for life. Life is waiting for you to decide. Marriage begins inwardly as a state of being, long before it becomes a ceremony. The vows exchanged at the altar are only an echo of vows whispered first in the heart. Before rings shine on the hands, they sparkle in the imagination. Before guests gather to celebrate, the soul already celebrates in silence. When you feel chosen and claimed within, you carry yourself differently. The dignity of belonging begins to shine through your actions, words, and energy. People sense the shift, even if they cannot explain it. You become magnetic because you are already living as though your promise is kept. Marriage is not something you stumble upon. It is something you align yourself with inwardly. When your heart is already married, the world cannot deny you the ceremony. Every outward union is born of an inner one. The heart must first say yes, before the world prepares the altar. The heart is a magnet. Whatever feeling it radiates will return multiplied. If you send out signals of emptiness, life answers with more emptiness. But if you radiate the certainty of being loved, the universe finds ways to affirm it. Energy does not lie, and the heart is always broadcasting its truth. You may smile outwardly, but the state you carry inwardly is what life responds to. That is why guarding your heart is the highest priority. Let it dwell not in despair, but in joy. Let it rest not in longing, but in fulfillment. The heart has the power to attract what the hands cannot reach. It pulls to you the circumstances, the people, the timing that align with your state. If you desire marriage, then let your heart beat with the rhythm of belonging. Soon the magnet within will draw love to you like iron to steel. Acting married in your heart is not pretending. It is preparing for reality. Pretending is empty because it lacks faith, but preparation is sacred because it assumes the outcome is certain. Every bride prepares long before the day arrives, choosing her gown, rehearsing her steps, envisioning the moment. Every groom walks with his vows already written in his soul. So too, when you act married inwardly, you are not lying to yourself. You are stepping into alignment with what must come. To imagine companionship, to feel chosen, to sense a hand in yours at night is rehearsal, not delusion. The world will always mock what it does not understand, but faith does not seek their approval. It only seeks expression. Acting married within is the rehearsal of truth. When the curtain rises in life, the scene you practiced in silence becomes the reality you live. You do not chase love. When you embody it within, it is drawn to you effortlessly. Chasing reveals lack, and lack only multiplies. The one who runs after affection confirms that it is not yet theirs, but the one who walks in certainty draws it with ease. Love cannot resist confidence. It bows before assurance. When you stop reaching outward and instead embody union inwardly, you become magnetic. People sense your wholeness and are drawn without knowing why. The right person cannot miss you because you are already vibrating at their frequency. Chasing is noise, but embodiment is music, and music always attracts those who recognize its melody. Stop exhausting yourself by looking outward. Begin radiating the truth inward, and love will locate you. What you carry within will always call forth its reflection. Persistence in inner belief is the key that unlocks outer manifestation. A single thought held once may fade, but a belief held daily becomes unshakable. Seeds do not sprout overnight. They need time, care, and consistency. If you imagine marriage once but abandon the vision, when results delay, you uproot what was growing. But if you return again and again to the inner state, soon it becomes natural. Doubt loses its power in the presence of persistence. Reality bends slowly but surely to the shape of repeated faith. Even when the outer world shows no evidence, hold to your inner truth. For what is conceived in the heart cannot be denied if it is nourished. Keep rehearsing love, keep embodying union, keep feeling chosen. One day the invisible will break forth as visible, simply because you refuse to let go. Persistence is the difference between a wish and a destiny. Life is a stage, and the role you assign yourself in your heart determines your destiny. The world simply plays back the character you believe yourself to be. If you cast yourself as the unwanted, the play unfolds with rejection. If you cast yourself as the beloved, life provides a co-star to fit the role. No actor waits for a script to write itself. They choose the part they will embody. You too must choose the role you will live. Are you the single longing for love? Or are you already married in spirit, preparing to meet your partner? The play will not betray the role you insist upon. Life respects the script you hold within and shapes the scenes accordingly. Step into the role you desire with conviction. Once you play it inwardly, the world cannot deny its outward performance. The stage of life always follows the script of the heart. The altar is not outside, it is within you, and once you stand before it inwardly, marriage must follow outwardly. Many believe the altar exists only in a church, before family and friends. But the true altar is your imagination, where vows are first whispered. Every time you affirm your belonging, you are making sacred promises to yourself. Every time you feel chosen, you are exchanging invisible rings. When you stand before the altar of your heart with sincerity, the universe becomes the witness. And once the vows are spoken within, the world will one day echo them aloud. Do not wait for life to prepare the ceremony, prepare it within yourself. The flowers, the music, the celebration are already alive in spirit. The altar you build in your heart is stronger than stone, and its vows are eternal. What begins within must one day find expression without.